Good morning. Let's have coffee. So today I'm bringing in something a little bit vulnerable, a little bit of the way I grew up, which I wanted to bring in as a health and a life coach. I started my journey about 40 years ago with my weight, but I did start my journey as a health coach about 12 years ago. And that being said, my whole life around diets and food changed because I was a very healthy eater. I ate very low fat. I ate very little carbs. I ate a lot of vegetables and completely changed, or actually really never ever had a normal way of eating. I started when I was 11, and the reason why I started at that age was because after having lived in the United States for about 2 years, I was considered overweight according to my parents. And because I was overweight, I was fat. And my father had a very big fear of fat. It doesn't matter that I was 11. To him, it didn't matter. And that's where my diet journey started. Now that created a whole crazy amount of dieting on and off, because really putting an 11-year-old on a diet is just a very difficult task. You're very hungry, and you really want things that most 11-year-olds want, and it's not things like, it's not things that you would like you don't want a dried piece of chicken with some salad. You want a fried chicken sandwich. Not that I'm saying that that's right, but that's what I wanted because I was taken away from all the good stuff that other kids had. I wasn't allowed to have that. Bring that forward about 4 or 5 years. The yo-yo dieting on and off in my teens made me still overweight. Again, I'm not using the word obese or very fat. I was slightly overweight, but again, because I wasn't skinny and thin, I was considered overweight. And in my family, if you were overweight, you were ugly, which is exactly what I want to talk about today. The fact that I thought that I was ugly, which had to do with my surroundings, and not really only from my parents, but also even from things like my, schoolmates. People were skinnier than me, therefore they were more beautiful than me. Maybe they were blonde, I was not, I don't know. But this led to a myriad of issues that I had. And although I had eating disorder, I didn't have a desperate eating disorder. I just always controlled, and then maybe sometimes I'd get off the wagon and eat some stuff, not too much, but this constant up and down caused me to, first of all, my metabolism was never normal because I constantly ate and then took away the food and then took it away for a very long time. So I believe that that's one of the reasons that I've always had a hard time losing weight after the age of 30, 40, just because of that. I also believe that this is what caused my thyroid problem over time, this up and down, yo-yo dieting. But we'll talk about that on another time, at another coffee talk. What I think we should talk about is my thinking that I was ugly. And the reason why I say this is because my thinking that I was ugly followed me through until about 2 years ago. And how did it follow me through? I'll explain. I thought I was so ugly that when I was looking at myself or changing in front of a mirror, I would make sure never to look at my face. If I was putting on makeup, I would make sure only to pay attention to the exact place where I was putting on makeup. And if I saw my face in the process, I would think to myself, oh, I'm so ugly, don't look. That's how I lived my life until about 3 years ago. And the reason that changed isn't because I lost weight. I did, but that's not why I changed. The reason that changed is because I started working on myself. I started working on myself through food, which I think was so important. I changed the way I ate. I eat more fat. I eat more protein. I eat healthy. I've always eaten healthy. I do eat lots of fruits and vegetables, but I also eat more fat. which caused not only for me to lose weight, but it also caused for my brain to actually function, because I believe that for 20 years my brain was not functioning. And I was really having a hard time. I couldn't remember stuff. Again, remember, I started at 11 to not have any fat in my diet. I also, after I was able to start thinking and start receiving information and start taking care of my body, I also started to work more on energy healing, because it's something that I was always very attracted to and always was a big part of my life. And it's something that I got into and really brought me back to myself, my inner self. And I started taking care of my mindfulness and how I thought and what I was doing for myself and taking care of myself and how I put myself first. All these things helped me so much in becoming the person that I am becoming right now. I have a long way to go, but still, I'm getting there. And this is really something that I believe changes not only yourself, not only do you change yourself, but you also change the relationships around you. You change what you listen and what you don't listen to. You change who you pay attention to and who you don't. You also change who you attract. Because suddenly all the people that are not of the highest of good, or people that are not there to give you goodness, suddenly are not so important to you. And suddenly you don't want to hang out with them anymore. So you also start being mindful. Has caused me also to start looking at things and situations differently, not always from my heart, but also from a rational point of view. And this helped with my mindfulness and with my food, because both helped me have a clearer mind. So, why am I bringing this up? I looked at myself at the mirror the other day and I thought to myself, fuck, I'm 50. And for the first time in my life, I think I'm beautiful. I'm 50. It took me 50 years to get here. Don't let it take 50 years to get here. Do it earlier. Take care of yourself. Take care of what you eat. Take care of how you think. Build a city around you of people that really see your worth and your value. And a city around you of people that want to see you grow and want to see you have success. Let go of the negativity and let go of the criticism if the criticism is negative and putting you down. Listen to the people around you and pay attention in case they have amazing things to say. Don't just discard them. But really, really start digging deep and seeing how beautiful you are, starting from within, so that you don't reach 50 and realize you're beautiful. I freaking wasted the last 30 years of my life thinking I was ugly. Not doing that again. I love you. Take care of yourself.